So, I just rewatched Detective Windago 2, The Campsite. Okay, I didn't finish rewatching it, but I was watching it for the review, and then I immediately had to stop to say my thoughts. And one of those big thoughts is, I prefer the original over this one. Because of specific choices Curtis made during the filming of this project. And they are very noticeable. And a lot of them I don't really like as much, but look, this film just isn't as good as the original. Oh man. I mean, Detective Windago 2, The Campsite, the idea of like a campsite being like a part of the main mystery that he's trying to solve is a lot more, isn't as original, but makes a lot more sense than someone just trying to stop the 4th of July. Probably just in one city, one house, not even in one flippin' country even. How do you stop the 4th of July? But anywho, let's take a look at Detective Windago 2. Oh, shit. The Campsite.
There's been a mysterious fatality at the campsite. Nobody knows what happened. But that's why Detective Windy is headed over there right now to crack the case.
Okay, let's get investigating. It looks like there's some sort of bite mark. So...
Okay, immediately, he looks high as shit. I'm not kidding. He legitimately looks like he got baked right before filming this. I'm not kidding. Then, immediately, we get introduced to the problems of the movie, such as the fact that they decide to call it a fatality. Who killed him? A fucking scorpion from Mortal Kombat? That makes kind of no sense. They could just say, like, somebody was found murdered. Wouldn't that make a lot more sense? I know that this is probably a nitpick, but I gotta talk about the kind of stuff. Because, like, calling it a fatality really doesn't make that much sense. Wouldn't you call it, like, a murder? That's what it is. Also, he says, it looks like someone was bitten. I want to ask you, does it look like someone was bitten? It looks more like someone dripped the red part of a bomb pop on their hand. Let us continue. Why am I making stupid transitions?
Guess he got bit by something. Or somebody injected him.
You can't see it, but I'm doing a very slow blink. How do you go from a bite mark to being injected with something? I'm immediately pissed off with this movie because it's making it seem that there was no script. Like, I have filmed with Curtis before on movies like Pool, Blood, and The Dragonstone. And yes, he doesn't do writing, but he does planning a lot for his movies. But here, it seemed like he didn't even have a plan for the movie. It feels like they just winged it. I do that sometimes with my movies too, but like, I do, of course, just try to think them out first. This, it feels like he didn't even try. I know that this is sounding like very, very harsh towards the filmmaking, but I just want to be clear that this is not what I expected when I saw the first one, which I thought was really good. The pacing was well, and it actually made a mystery. Like, who destroyed the 4th of July? Here, I don't really understand it. There was a fatality, yes, and someone could have murdered him. But then he says that someone bit him. or an animal did. That'd be interesting if it was an animal this time. There's like some kind of monster loose. But no, he says that someone was injected. With what? A death serum? It's not making much sense because I think that he first wanted some kind of monster like a Cathoga or a Windago, a literal Windago, to kill the person. Then he just decided, nah, I want to make it a murderer. Make up your mind. Monsters and murderers are different, and they have different ways of killing people. Detective Wendy starts finding clues on who might have injected or bitten someone. We don't even know who the victim is. It was obviously just his hand. He also decides to take a lunch break and he decides to film it. I have no idea why he did, but he did. Like, seriously, it's going into his entire lunch. He eats a piece of cheese, puts a Frito on it, puts more Fritos on it, puts even more Fritos on it, and then stuffs it in his mouth because he has no manners when people are watching him eat. Oh, he decides to break out a cold one. I mean a Capri Sun. He breaks out a Capri Sun. Oh my god. Yeah, you can tell that I don't really like this movie. Because it devolves from a stupid setup with injections or being bitten into his lunch break on set. Oh my gosh, like, I have seen a lot of Curtis's movies. They're really good, especially things like Curtis or Operation 9 or the first Detective Windago. Here? Failure. Absolute failure. Curtis, I know you're watching this because you talked to me about this review and you said that you enjoyed it. And everything I say here comes from the bottom of my heart and my head. I do not want you to take this as me saying that I hate this movie. I want you to take this review as a learning experience. Why am I saying a learning experience? God damn it, I fucked up. I'm not supposed to say learning experience. See, this is completely unscripted. And you see, I kind of ruined it. By it not being scripted, it doesn't really have a flow or momentum. It needs to have some kind of, it needs to have some type of narrative. Wait here for a second. Something that has helped me is this. What's it called? Dan Harmon's Story Circle. The Story Circle is split up into different pieces, and this is how to fill out a narrative. This has helped me make my stories a lot better. And Curtis, you should use this. This has devolved into me just telling him what to do when I am worse at filmmaking than him. Where is this review going? Now I just kind of want it to end right now, so let's do it, because I don't want to watch any more of him eating Fritos. Okay, so he has just gotten attacked by someone, he's finding more clues, and the action is actually starting to really rev up. Someone's dragging him. I don't know who. I don't know if someone's dragging. What is that? What the fuck? What is that? What the fuck is that? That looks like a tumor. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Okay, so basically the movie just evolved to him being chased by something that looks like one of Hedora's pimple. I'm not kidding. If you look up Hedora, that kind of looks like one of its offspring with the love child of fucking Ganymedes. That is horrifying to look at. And so I guess it wasn't an ejection. He went with the monster. God, this is getting interesting. So let's just go to the end, shall we? Okay, so he's still on a rock. And he looked like he did what? I have just seen something undescribable by words. That's gonna do it for this video. Stay tuned on Sunday, because I'm gonna be releasing a Super Bowl trailer for Godzilla vs. the Sandworm. You all have a nice day now. I'm gonna go look at the sun. It's 9 p.m.